Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about something a little different. So, this story goes back over a decade ago, like 12 years ago. But the reason why I'm making this video is because of a little incident that happened this morning that kind of pissed me off a little bit, so I'm making this video out of spite. So I woke up this morning, and last night I went to bed really late. I went to bed at like 3 in the morning and I didn't really feel too good. So I decided to skip classes today, and I woke up to my best friend spam calling and spam texting not only me, but the group chat that we are both in. And it actually got so bad that one of my other friends was like really pissed off because he was in class. So he came in and he was like cursing him out and stuff, which is like completely understandable. That is, in my book, that is a 100% valid crash out. Luckily I sleep with my ringer off, so I didn't know any of this was happening until I saw all of the notifications, like the literal dozen plus notifications that I got. But yeah, so I'm in college. I'm in my second year now, and I don't know if it's similar with every other school, but the school that I go to, you are allowed to have 3 unexcused absences per semester, and they don't affect your grade at all, so you can miss 3 days unexcused. And this is, it's the last day of the 3rd week. I'm passing all my classes. I'm doing really good academically. I'm not really feeling 100% today, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a mental day. I said I don't really want to miss too much school this semester, and I'm only really gonna not show up if I absolutely have to, but that's besides the point. I didn't really feel too good today, so I decided, you know what, I'm only missing 1 day. What harm is that gonna do? My friend was the complete opposite. He was cursing me out and spam calling me, being like, I thought you were gonna be different this semester, and you were gonna be a good little student. And he was talking about how people say that they're gonna change, but they never do. But he didn't use the word people. He used a very derogatory word that I'm not gonna repeat, but I think you can put 2 and 2 together and kind of assume what he said. But yeah, judging on the title, this is kind of a shady video. I'm kind of throwing shade at this person. I'm kind of gonna go over all of the lore. So this whole story started out 12 years ago. We were both in 1st grade and we didn't really know each other. We were kind of just acquainted, and we would occasionally say hi to each other at lunch, or have really awkward, painfully awkward small talk at lunch, standing on the lunch line. But that's really all the encounters I had with him in 1st grade and in elementary school as a whole. And I didn't really see or hear from him again until 7th grade, which was the enemy arc. The enemy arc was absolutely horrendous. We hated each other for pretty much no reason. Basically every single day at lunch in 7th and 8th grade, he would kind of just harass the shit out of me, where it kind of got to the point where I was like, you know what, bro? I'm not gonna take this anymore. So I started harassing and bullying the shit out of him back. And it got to the point where I was like, I went to my dad and I was like, yo, what do I do about this kid? And my dad was like, just punch him in the face and humiliate him. Thankfully, I never punched him in the face. I kind of just swallowed my pride and let him run his mouth. And then for the entirety of ninth grade, the entire school shut down because of COVID. But once 10th grade started up and we started going in person again, we actually had the same gym class together. And we very quickly realized like how much we have in common. Like at first we bonded over like liking soccer because we were both really good soccer players. So like on like literally the first week of school, we were doing our soccer unit and we were like a diabolical duo, like absolutely destroying the entire class because we were just so fucking goated. And then we had another class together, which was called CAD. And it was basically like kind of like a coding class. I wasn't too good at it, but he was like an all-star at it, so he would help me out a lot. But we would like really fuck around a lot. We sat right next to each other and we would prank each other by like using a meme soundboard. I had a meme soundboard on my phone, and what I would do was I would put my phone on full volume and then I would play a bunch of sounds and throw the phone into his lap, and we would get into a lot of trouble. And it was just absolutely hilarious. And then like 11th grade, we didn't really see each other too much until senior year, which really changed everything. Senior year is pretty much what just kicked everything off. We had our first period English class together, we had a study hall together, we had lunch together, and then we had another gym class together. So we started to hang out outside of class or outside of school, and we started bonding over a lot of stuff like cars and like hunting and all this crazy shit. We started hanging out almost every day. I started making videos with him. He is in a couple of my videos and stuff. And then we recruited 2 other friends that we kind of just formed this 4-person friend group outside of our main friend group, which leads me into what tore my friend group apart. This motherfucker was pretty much the sole reason why my entire high school friend just kind of fell apart. So he has a very dark sense of humor, very offensive sense of humor. I do as well, but I know to kind of keep my fucking mouth shut and not say things that would offend other people. Yes, I'm a fan of like offensive and dark humor, but there's a time and place for it, and school isn't really an appropriate place for it. Neither is a group chat full of people that are known to be pretty sensitive. But yeah, he would just say a lot of out-of-pocket stuff that really pissed a lot of people off in my friend group, so they kind of stopped like talking to me and talking to some of my other friends because of it. And actually one day, this was really fucking disrespectful to me. I actually planned this whole hangout and we had such a good day, and we were going back to my house from the mall to do a fire, and he showed up uninvited, which what, not like, yeah, it is a little annoying, but it's not the biggest deal because we are fucking best friends at the end of the day. But he showed up uninvited, and almost everybody that was there refused to get out of my car. They refused to get out of my car. They sat in my car for like 2 hours while me, him, and a couple other guys were doing the fire in the backyard. That was so blatantly disrespectful to me. Like, I don't give a fuck if you have problems with this dude. I literally did all this shit for you. I paid for your food. I drove you around all day. And this one kid that you don't like shows up and you refuse to get out of my car. That is so blatantly disrespectful. But that's besides the point. I'm going on a tangent. this kid, you know, yeah, he did a lot of bad shit, but like he is a good kid at heart and stuff. You know, when my uncle died, he was the first person there that was like there to comfort me and stuff. So, you know, it's not that I hate him. He is, like, at the end of the day, he is my best friend, and he's going to continue to be my best friend, and I'm going to continue to be his best friend. You know, we've fought and stuff, and we continue to be best friends. But yeah, this kid is a little insufferable. And, you know, ever since college started, you know, we go to the same college. I mean, like, this semester specifically, you know, I have a busier schedule than him. My first class, we both have a first class that starts at 10, except he only has one class while I have 5. And, you know, since I have 5 classes, I don't really want to be on the campus super early. And, you know, I wake up at 8:30 to see him, like, spamming the shit out of me, like, literally begging me to go to the campus to hang out with him and stuff. Like, dude, I'm gonna be there for 5 hours. I'm gonna be there until 3 o'clock. I don't really want to be there any earlier than I have to be. But yeah, I don't really know. I'm kind of losing my train of thought a little bit, but this kid's a fucking asshole. He's fucking insufferable, but he's my best friend. I thought this would be like kind of a funny joke to play on him. You know, don't take any of this seriously. You know, I'm not mad at him. I'm not trying to actually throw any shade at him. You know, this is just me kind of being a little petty, using my YouTube influence. But yeah, thank you for 600 subscribers. I'm gonna start doing some more videos soon. I'm a little busy with school, and I am supposed to start a new job soon. But I am coming up with some ideas and stuff. I have some like food related stuff that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some collabs and stuff. But I also started a new gaming channel, so I'll link that in the description. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. See ya.